well, you know, it's like a big disappointment that they didn't. Even then, they looked like they could have done that. So it is good to see them finally being here. If you have any friends that aren't already watching, go and get them invited. Just ask them to join up either in the game or in Twitch or wherever you're watching from. Definitely well worth it. Even if it's overpowered, you want that drop rate to go up. It's very important. It's all about the drop zone, whether if you realize, but it is.
Yeah, the more people you have watching, the more drops there are. But then, you know, there's just more people to go around, right? So
yeah, but that's why the rate itself goes up. No, it doesn't. It actually does increase your chance. I checked it out, because otherwise I'm not going to invite people to watch the stream if they're going to steal my drops, you know?
How many IPs have you logged in, you know, to just maximize the drop rate?
My phone, my tablet, every phone that I could get on. No, I don't think you can actually. I mean, then you'd have different accounts. Too much effort for me, son. I can't do that. One account is enough. That'll do. But I noticed this, and this is something that I read every major. It's always complaints. There's always like one guy who's like, "Oh, I got 7 drops. It's amazing." And there's one guy's like, "I watched all of it every single day and night, and I got nothing."
I have watched, and you feel really bad for the guys who are like, "I have watched 3 majors now, and I've still gotten no drops." It's like, ouch.
Yeah,
ouch.
yeah.
I think I got a Galil. That was the one drop that happened, because I don't bother with the whole logging into just like farm drops or any of that, you know, stuff like. So I got lucky. I think it was when was it? It wasn't. No, it was 2014. Some point. I just got lucky. I think it was Katowice or something like that. I just got lucky with I have
some from the first major that have like the weird stickers on them when they still had like the snowman stickers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I have a couple of those. So. I don't know how many of those are around. Maybe we'll find out one day. It looks like the game is live. Na'Vi on the CT side, Immortals on the T side. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here. It's Overpass, best of 1. And again, just to reiterate, both the teams 1-1 scoreline. So this is not the end of the road for either of them, but obviously a lot on the line here. And not a single smoke gets picked up on Immortals. That's a bold move. You're fighting long range against USPs, and you've got nothing to close the distance with.
Oh, well, look, the aggressive setup here. This is what Na'Vi like to do. Edward and Guardian at long. Edward pushed up by Tree, looking for the shots. He's got Guardian there as well to help him out. And eventually, Edward, is he actually going to find a kill or not? Somehow he's still alive. And there, finally, one headshot. Gets the second, looking for the third. And he's going to find that as well. Edward, there you go. That's the kind of level that Na'Vi need to bring to the table here to start things off.
Man, I wish those 3 kills could have come in right at the beginning and we could have skipped the first 10 seconds of everyone missing all the bullets. I don't understand how. It's one thing that Edward didn't get all the kills right away, but what about the rest of his team? Where were they? Where were Guardian? No one hitting any shots. Still going to go down as well to Flamey, and at the end of the day, can't complain too much. Things are looking great. A quad kill for Edward and all of them headshots. He's looking so sharp these days. Have you noticed this? He's just like, his beard has been trimmed, his hair's been cut. He's looking so much in focus. I love it.
Yeah, he's lost some weight too, man. He's lethal.
He's really looking like a true competitor here. So Na'Vi with the first round, and Immortals just getting completely stopped on long. Just going for a picnic there. The bike is there, little basket.
You know, they're gonna set up the corpses afterwards. Edward's gonna take a picture. Just another day in the sun. Memories. Well, what are you gonna do now if you're Immortals? You're like, well, okay, pistol definitely didn't work. Now, it looks like it's going to be an explosive play onto the B site here. They have a flash grenade to work with, a bunch of Tech 9s and Kevlar, and it's just going to be the run and gun, and Seized and Flamey, and Seized is going to be in a hot spot. He only gets the 1 kill before getting taken out.
Edward will get 1 in return. The bomb is down, so they kind of have to commit to the bomb site. They've got Steel trying to hold back the flood of Na'Vi players coming in through the lower part of the bomb site. Steel will go down right away, and KNG not even able to get the bomb plant there. So team ace overall for Na'Vi, everyone picking up a kill, and no bomb plant for Immortals. Looked like they had the opportunity.
Yeah, it looked like they had a chance. If they had a single smoke grenade for upper right, then they do have that chance. They just smoke off the 2 Na'Vi players who are camping up there, and they can get onto that site and plant. But it looks like KNG just not able to find the time. But you know, if you're Immortals, just shake it off. You have you have another round here where it's going to be a bit rough for you. Hard eco for them. $300 picked up by Lucas on the P250, but that is it. Na'Vi 2 SMGs. So I want to see Seized and Guardian out there aggro looking for shots, and Guardian, sure enough, he's going to connector early.
Yeah, I don't think Immortals are really going to care too much about this. They've been through this so many times that they know how to just take a deep breath. Best thing, obviously, if they could find like an M4 to die to, or we can see people dying on Molotovs recently just to try and make sure that there's not too much money. They found Simple, so that's not too bad.
Simple, stop. Yep, look, Seasoned Guardian just charging forward. They're like, please. There we go, Guardian with 2, and that's perfect. That's ideal if you're Na'Vi. 2 kills on UMP for Guardian. Edward takes the last one, but when your offer is getting that much money right off the bat, 7,600 in the bank now for Guardian, that is perfect if you're Na'Vi. You're pretty happy about this situation.
Absolutely, and they've only suffered 1 death on Seized in the first 3 rounds here, Na'Vi, so a lot of money on them, not so much on Immortals, but now is their chance to really shine, and we'll see what they can do with all of these AKs. Guardian has picked up the AWP pretty predictably with all that money, as you were pointing out, so I feel like not really seen anything out of Immortals yet. We'll give them more of a chance to make a real impact here in the first half. Standard smoke to look over for Guardian. Very aggressive. He's pushing up very far, and he's going to get the kill on KNG. A great way to get started. Flashing his way back. Is Lucas going to be able to punish him? He was walking through the smoke, but can't quite catch him. Now he's going to go for the shot, and Lucas is there and ready. Simple might want to be careful here.
Simple's trying to look for a way out. Now that one flash should give it away. Steel is just holding passively in connector. He had a chance to perhaps catch Simple, but he doesn't react quick enough, and we allow this to come back to a 4-on-4. Immortals still holding on to 3 smokes and a single flash. But now they actually have a little bit of map control to work with here. Clearing out connector, getting control of top mid. They have the time as well with a minute left, and so they should just take a deep breath and start getting methodical.
Yeah, plenty of time. Still have bolts lingering outside of the B bomb side just to try and see if he can cause a bit of a distraction. It is keeping 2 people on there. We'll see if anything can happen here in the last 40 seconds. Still 3 smokes that could be deployed, and they have the map control to do it as well, so it seems like it will be some sort of A hit coming in.
I'm wondering if Guardian was expecting Simple to be a bit more aggressive from connector in mid, which is why he lingered around there. Or perhaps he was lingering because Simple was stuck in connector. I don't know. Interesting communication, it comes down to it, but Edward has pushed aggro in restrooms, and we're about to see if he's going to be able to rack up some kills.
Check the corner, he will indeed. Gets one. Lucas with a refrag, and now it's a 3-on-3. Henny moving in with the AWP. They only have 14 seconds. They need to end this round right now. The bomb is dropped. Simple with another kill, making it a double. Looking for the triple, and last couple of bullets. He's going to do it, and stealing the AWP. That's 4 rounds for Na'Vi, and Immortals, if you only have, 20 seconds, you need to make that a decisive push, not sort of, slithering onto the bomb site 1 player at a time. That's not quite good enough.
Simple had a big stick, and he was able to just, keep the head pinned down and then cut it off.
That's the mental images in my mind somewhere. I was getting worried for the whole broadcast for just a couple of moments there.
Well, I mean, let's go ahead and see if there's going to be anything more that comes up in this match, because right now it's going to be, pistols for Immortals. If you're Immortals right now, don't get too flustered. That wasn't a very good buy that you had going into it. You had your rifles, you had a couple of nades, but you're still limited. No mollies, that sort of issue. And so really just put your hopes on the 6th round, because this is a fairly party. Go Steel investing a little bit more into the round. What? How is he not dead?
Just a leg shot. Simple there to try and clean it up. It looks like a pretty solid defense overall here. Someone's still hoping for a headshot. Lucas, not going to be able to get it. And speaking of Lucas, he's the only one who has any kills on Immortals right now. Everyone else is just a, conscientious objector and just, just enjoying the show for a moment. But you're right. I mean, every team in Counter-Strike, especially at this level, will have had openings like this where you go down, 5-0. Doesn't feel great, but I think you've been through the routine of doing it so many times now that they should have even Immortals should have the experience of saying, yeah, let's just take a deep breath and make this work anyway. Now they've got the double orb on T side as well, and quite a bit of utility, so we'll see what they come up with here. Could be fun to see KNG go at it against Guardian.
There was a smoke to top, and the shots from the M4 as well, just letting Immortals know that Na'Vi have played very aggressive top mid to start things off, and I like that a lot from Na'Vi, because they don't even need to linger. Once they show a presence, it's just going to burn time off that clock for Immortals. Instead, it's going to be a fight on short. Bolts couldn't be worse timing! Steel somehow finds that headshot on Flamey, but the opportunity was there. Flamey, he had him with the knife out!
That's a very uncomfortable fight for everybody, pretty much. Guardian goes down regardless. Bolts is a headshot as the smoke is already up. Trying to push through it anyway might have been a bit too much, but it's still a 2-on-4 here. There should be no way that Na'Vi can win this. In fact, look at the clock. There's so much time left. Immortals making a smart choice here.
And Na'Vi, very quick rotate from them. 2 players already on the B site, but Bolts, he's not wasting any time at all. Very quick play from him, and the call immediately, you saw him talking as he died, and the bomb immediately starts rotating back over here towards the A site. KNG, Lucas, Henny, everybody ready to just go ahead and get this free plant. Do they expect Edward to have rotated all the way through T-spawn so quickly?
Yeah, but Simple is still in there. I think the best they can hope for is just exit kills, maybe, for Edward. That wouldn't be bad if he could camp out long and pick up a couple of people. Obviously, nothing that Simple could do at this point in time, so...
You're right, though, Anders, because look at the money on Na'Vi. They're filthy rich. Immortals, every one of these guns is so valuable. Dude, Steel with 12 HP just wins flat out versus Simple. How does that even happen?
Just needed 1 bullet. But Edward... Usually don't see him with the AWP, but maybe he get a couple of kills here. That would be big, especially if he could steal one of those orbs away from Immortals, who are going to pick up their first rounds. A great job on them. Big opening with the first fight down in sewer. Edward having behind the rock. Just going to get that one kill. Sees the second player as well. Lucas going to be able to live throughout the round. Immortals making it 5-1, and yeah, that was just, I mean, as soon as he got that first fight, then killing Guardian, and then following up with the smoke, it's all done there. Not much else to say, really.
It's that timing that's just built in. Bolts, that was his round. He just knew how to read every step of the way. But I like this from Na'Vi. 1 round goes for Immortals. They call a timeout. They've got 4 of them. And so Andy, a very involved coach, deep into the analytical side, but also in the tactics for the team. He is not going to hesitate to call for that timeout and say, right, this is what's going on, and this is how we need to adjust. I like that a lot from Andy. He's one of the few coaches actually that we have that's really involved on the analytical and statistical or strategic side of the game for Na'Vi. Him and Seized are working very well together as a duo.
Yeah, and you want to see that, especially at this level. And I think especially for a team like Na'Vi that lost Zeus, or, you know, got rid of Zeus, they definitely lost a big part of that game, and maybe he could help to bring it back. Edward playing well at the moment. Simple also playing well. Na'Vi still up 4 rounds, but we'll see if Immortals can continue to bring it back. They have so much utility right now. They can burn out every single angle they need. Grenade is going to be raining in. Oh, it's a bit too slow. That would have been nice if it could have gone a little bit further. Hit KNG right in the face. I think Cease must have seen that leg.
Yeah, Cease spotted it, and so Guardian, he still remains. When that door opens, will they be ready for this boost, however? If they do open it, I mean, it looks like, yeah, Steel, there's the flash. They've been spotted, and they're taking tremendous damage. Edward and Guardian sprayed through the wall down to half HP already.
They're going to boost against Henny. They must have thought that shot went through the wall and not right over it. Easy kill, and did he hit the next one against Edward, or was that someone else spraying? Am I confused here? Because Edward, he was a bit low already, but he got dropped down to 8.
What a sick read from Henny, though. He just read Guardian like a book. Already prepared for the second boost. Easy shot for him, not going to miss that. And now Na'Vi playing from behind here in this match, or in this round at least. Man advantage for Immortals. Edward limping along. Hardly any HP to speak of.
This is where you'd want to see some sort of risk being taken by Na'Vi, and I guess the risk is that they have 3 people stacked on B. I'd love it if someone could go aggressive and just find somebody. Instead, it's Bolts picking up Seized. Flamey with the refrag, but he's down to half health, and now everything rests on the shoulders of Simple. He's up on this bomb site alone. Flashed back for a moment. Did he see? He must have seen that one player. Now the bomb is being planted right in front of him. He's got no chance to stop it either, so... Is it worth for Na'Vi to go for this retake now? It probably definitely isn't.
Yeah, this is where you start to hesitate, exactly. Flamey so low on HP from the fight earlier. Easy up there for Steel, and Simple, he gets the headshot, but that's not good enough when you have the M4. Steel not going to miss his. 2 rounds now in a row, back-to-back for Immortals. But it's not the end of days here for Na'Vi. Still, they had so much money after that strong start, after the 5 rounds in a row, that they're able to get a bye with an AWP again here for Guardian. But yeah, we're going to get the replay here. Guardian, you know, calling out for the boost.
And we actually see the damage that Edward takes here as well. So it's just from the AK spray that comes through. But that's so much to get out of that one situation. It's almost unbelievable.
Guardian, I mean, there was a chance there, though. He hits the shot on Lucas first. though, it looked like. Weird stuff. And Guardian once again aggressive in mid. So Na'Vi really trying to put just a pressure on at the beginning of the round. This is how you're supposed to play Overpass on CT side. You need to show just a bit of presence at top mid, at long, so that Immortals don't get too comfortable and don't feel like they can just get map control by running around without checking the corners.
Laying down smoke.
A bit of a split here for Immortals. Normally you just have one person outside of B, and we've seen that to be Bolt so far, but he's accompanied this time by KNG, so you wonder if they are all eventually going to end up towards the B bomb side after they've pushed Na'Vi back from the position, or at least tried. Steel is going to be going down. That's a good flick from Guardian. Pretty much par for the course on his level, but still, it's going to be annoying for Steel, because now not only have they not really, they don't know at least if they pushed them back or not. Also lost the player. Lucas trying to make himself a bit bigger over here. A lot of presence for him, but he's going to get shot down by Simple. And now the rest of this push, it was meant to be a B push. How's it going to work out?
All three players, Flamey and C's still holding solid here on the B side as well. You can see C's looking for the headshot angle, and he's going to find it. One spray with the help of Flamey, but Flamey gets wallbanged in the meantime, and there's C's going down. This is still a man advantage for Na'Vi going into the retake, and it looks like Na'Vi are not going to waste any time at all. They're looking for the fight, trying to deny the plant.
20 seconds here for the 2v2 to get the bomb plant down. Definitely not easy. KNG walking in. Going to go down for Guardian, and now everything rides on Henny here. He's got the AWP, but he's locked in behind. They do spot him out. He gets the leg shot, the double leg shot. Guardian and Edward both down to 15 and both surviving. That's ridiculous. I need to see that again.
It shows just how close it can be to him getting the clutch collateral 2-for-1 shot, or obviously dying in a horrible way.
My god, man, that, I mean, if Immortals win that, it breaks Na'Vi's economy. Everything is suddenly lined up for them. 6-2 is the scoreline instead. Moving into the 9th round, we've got the AWP on Simple. Guardian should have the other one, I believe, and we'll see how it all plays out. Double AWP on Immortals once again, so 4 AWPs in play. It's Overpass, you can totally do this.
Absolutely, it's just so rare to see, right? You get 4 ops, 4 competent oppers as well, no less. And so now we get to see who's going to find that first pick. And once again, aggro mid a little bit, but this time the focus is going to be on long for Na'Vi. Simple setup with one of his AWPs over here. And Guardian as well. They had both ops on the A side of the map here for Na'Vi. Whereas KNG, he's just sitting and waiting, hoping somebody's going to peek him at Monster.
Throwing smoke.
Very defensive setup this time for the Na'Vi team. Allowing Bolts to get all the way in here. And he's really tuned in. Good with the flick. He's very low on health, so might not be able to make it out. Flamey can't quite see it, and he didn't want to risk the blind shots coming through either. So he's going to be able to escape. That's great individual playmaking on Bolts.
I feel like he's got a real grip of the situation here, but Bolts, I mean, he's just winning these duels, coming through short. It feels like that's a part of the map where he's just comfortable. He knows he can take the fights there. And he's trained for that particular spot because he just keeps winning fight after fight, and that's creating so much space for Immortals. They still have 40 seconds, and they still continue to just sit and wait. A little bit more noise made over here towards the B side by KNG, but the action is about to be over on A, and Simple is holding close restrooms, and he's going to get a shot. No, he misses it right over Lucas's shoulder, gets the follow-up on Steel, and now he knows. Too many players over here at long. This can't be anything but, and Guardian and Edward are already rotating up to the A site here to try and bolster the defense.
That's so strange, because Simple can see the shadow on the ground. You think he'd had every chance of getting that kill. Now, all of Na'Vi look a bit out of focus, except for Guardian, who's going to pick up Bolt. That's a huge kill. The rest of the push coming in towards the B-bomb site. Henny gets one, KNG with the next. And now it's a 2-on-1. Guardian trying to jump through the smoke. They don't hit him the first time. Re-peeking into the scope. He gets one. Guardian trying for the second. He actually hits Henny on that shot. The smoke is up and he's hiding inside. Flick not connect the pistols out instead. Henny's right in front, and he's going to win it this time. Couldn't quite do it the last one, but here it comes with a double kill, and Immortals picks it up.
That's just ludicrous. Shot after shot. AWPs, point blank. And while both of these oppers, Henny as well, both of these oppers are very capable when it comes to close quarters combat with the sniper rifle. And sure enough, Henny's the one to land the shot when Guardian, actually in the game of chicken, decides to change it up.
That just looks like it's so close.
For both of them, Guardian looked like he quick-scoped onto him as well.
We're talking about the emotions for Immortals. I love those player cam shots of them reacting. They get so fired up.
The one thing is that it can come back to haunt them when they get too fired up, right? Things start going against them, and then they quiet down.
It's true, but that's a problem for them. For me, it's entertaining, you know? So I want them to keep doing it. But you are right. I mean, this is talked about a fair bit, right? High highs and low lows and all that. It's definitely not wrong. I still just enjoy it so much, you know? Much rather have players who are emotionally invested in the game. 4-man stack on the B-bomb site. Well done.
This was a force buy from Na'Vi as well.
But even when they had the rifles, they seem to be quite confident in Simple holding the bomb site, and he's holding it far back, so he's going to have almost no warning if anything goes wrong. That's a great grenade on Henny.
Sick damage. Henny waiting to see if Guardian's going to go for that boost again. And this slow, measured style coming in here from Immortals, very disciplined. I'm loving this. Slowly moving their way over towards the restrooms now. They have Long. Haven't seen them push Long in a few rounds now, and so this might eventually catch Simple off guard. Is he going to go for the shoulder peek?
Flashback.
It's the perfect timing for it. Deagle in the wrong way. If he peeks Long here, he's got a really good chance of picking up the shot. There's 1 second as well. Taking down KNG. Everything was in it for the third one. Guardian going to be going down. Lucas doing a great job of getting Immortals back into this round. Only 10 seconds, but the bomb will be going down. And this should be their round here. 3-on-3.
Cold yesterday, Simple now. Just headshots galore with these digs. And Flamey, he's got the FAMAS. Needs to find the shot, and sure enough, he will. But Henny holding the long angle. Takes down Seized. 2v2 retake scenario now. And Edward needs to try and get in here and actually exactly pick up a gun. And he will find the AK. Goes for the spray, but Henny is indomitable. 3 kills for him. Picks them off one at a time. And Na'Vi not able to make that situation shift their way. So we're looking at 6-4 now. And that was the force buy for Na'Vi. So it doesn't get much prettier here either, Anders. Because now, hard eco. That's what's in the books for Na'Vi. And not going to be a pretty buy for them in the next round either.
Oh man, I mean, few more bullets and Simple just wrecks that whole round. He's doing fairly well for himself, as a matter of fact. He's got 13-5, which is quite a bit more than everybody else, especially more than everyone else on Immortals right now. But I still feel like the Brazilian side are just doing a fantastic job. We talked about them, oh well, Simple again, why not? I was trying to speak, but if you have to interrupt, then better do it in style.
I mean, get Simple down here on the B site. There's a reason why they keep looking for opening kills over here on the B site right now. It's just that Flamey and Seized aren't able to win a duel. Seized, he's managed to recover the AK, so he has that going for him. He's going to try and back off. Missed opportunity there for Immortals to get another kill. Well, I say that, and then Bolts once again, he just keeps delivering frags from short.
Yeah, it takes quite a bit of damage. But yeah, when we were talking about the whole idea of Immortals not being too let down at the thought of 5-0, look at it now. This is the kind of mental strength you want to see out of a team at this level, and they certainly are showing it. So, 4-4 right now in this round. Obviously now we with a huge disadvantage with the weapons. KNG moving up, checking one corner. And checking the next, but not quick enough. Edward will pick up the kill, and actually does a fair bit of damage to Lucas as well. Not even sure if that was team damage or Edward, but regardless, still 3-on-3 with 30 seconds left. If Seized can get that AK into position, actually the boost comes in. That's very interesting. They do give up on it a bit too early. Maybe there would have been a chance.
But Flaming, he finds a shot on Bolts. Traded by Lucas, 2v2 now. Seized pressing forward, trying to get that AK in position, and he does find the shot. Henny, it's time for a rinse and repeat here. You did it in the last round, and sure enough, mid-air shot on Simple, going for the peak, and he's going to spot out Seized as well. This should be a situation that should be impossible for Henny to lose now. It's on Seized to come up with some magic, but Henny backing up, costing him time, and there just isn't going to be enough time here for Seized to get the defuse now. It's all about staying alive, and Henny is not interested in letting that happen. Beautiful work from Henny at the end, just playing that situation perfectly.
Some very scary rounds for Immortals here as they keep surviving with, 1 or 2 members alive. They've won the last 3 rounds in a row, and all of them have been down to either a 1v1 or a 2v2. That's a bit too close to the edge, I would say. But the upside is they're keeping Na'Vi's economy really low, and as long as they can continue to do that, they should be in a good position.
There you go.
I just love it. I think it's so amazing. 12th round coming up here. AKs and AWP, and then on the other team, no AWP for Guardian. That could be a big problem for them.
But Seized winning a duel versus Steel over on B. That is big. Seized and Flamey have had a pretty rough time of it so far in this first half. For Seized to actually win a duel straight up like that, it's a bit of a confidence boost for him, for sure. And he needs it right now in that B defense. But Immortals, they're already pushing through long, and this might be the opportunity for him here. KNG with the AK, not with the AWP. It's Henny who's going to be backing him up with the sniper rifle. When do they decide it's time to push? Looks like Henny was trying to keep an eye on things, see if anybody was going to go for the peek.
He's so quick. We've seen it the last couple of rounds. Any little pixel, and KNG certainly's got it too. Taking down Guardian. Moving on to the site. Not checking the truck quick enough, but Lucas will be there. And Lucas with the follow-up kill on Flamey, and that's just the whole side gone.
It's unbelievable. Both shots, KNG just surviving. All he had to do was be bait. Now it's Seized and Simple. 2v4, no chance at all. Simple is stuck. Needs to find a way down into the lower halls because he is, yeah, look at this, just burning like a fire. The floor is lava. He can't get down.
Oh, that meme just never goes away, does it? Oh, they're shooting through. Simple. How did they realize? Seized can't help him either. Simple's got 1 health, so he's got to get quite far away from this bomb, and there are people waiting for him. I don't think he's going to survive here, unfortunately.
No, he's a bit too close.
Yeah. Pretty sure that the bomb is going to do a little bit of damage to him in this corner.
Oh, but he takes one with him at least, I guess.
Small upside. This is quite remarkable. That's now 4 rounds in a row here. 4 Immortals tying up the scoreline at 6-6. And yeah, the money, Navi. We've seen this yesterday.
Yeah.
Playing on the CT side, just don't have the economy to buy anything.
And that's where good. It's just completely flipped now. With 3 rounds left in the half, Navi, they are the ones who have to go for the half buy here in this round. You can see Seized and Simple investing a little bit in Kevlar pistols, but it's all about the next round where they're going to have the money for the ops and they're going to have the money for full nades. But they need to just kind of grit their teeth and bear it here, because Immortals are now poised to take the lead. It's 6-6. And Immortals, they're not lacking for anything right now. They have everything they need.
It's kind of curious how Navi sort of gave up on the idea of having any kind of forward defense towards the birthday party area. They tried it a couple of rounds and they had both success and failure, but I feel like there was no sort of decisive reason why they had to quit doing that. Because now you see some of the, like the last one especially, where Immortals actually walk into the A-bomb site, and only when they're there is when Navi think, oh damn, they're on the bomb site. You know, that's not enough time to react, basically. Needs some more information before that happens. Oh no.
Once again. Here it goes. Oh, what? Perfect.
That's not bad at all. Couple of wallbang shots coming out. Over at long, Edward getting shot in the back by KNG was coming in, and Steel. Bit too close for the C-set, 75. Gonna end up going down.
Bolts needs to take over on short again. Well, Bolts just, I guess, from anywhere. 2 headshots for him on the B site, and now they can even back off the bomb. It's already rotating back over there based off of Bolts managing to get practically into the bomb site itself. Now, another free round. Guardian, he's gonna get a parting shot, so that's nice for him, but Lucas is here. Whoa, the follow-up one. That was sick, Guardian. 1v2 with the AK, no Kevlar, no kit, and unfortunately for him, no life either. Bolts is just everywhere. He is in all places. 2 of those kills he gets on opponents who have no idea that he's that far out.
This whole game for Bolts has been really quite amazing. I mean, it's not just the fact that he's sort of top of the scoreboard for Immortals, it's also so many of the kills are opening frags on the B-bomb side. I mean, that's so incredibly... Even if that's all he did and didn't get anything else done, if you can just... If every round you can count on Bolts to sort of walk in and kill someone on B, that's fine. Just let him do that and nothing else. 7-6 moving into the 14th round here. And Navi have money at least.
It hinges on Guardian having the AWP, this mid-aggression from them at birthday. Because again, Guardian, Simple, moving together as a duo. They're trying to hunt them down, though. He might not make it out of here intact. Decides to hang around, but now he has to worry about his left flank. And he will have his teammate there, but Henning jumping right into the angle. That's not going to be good enough, though. 3 players, 4 Immortals looking for the trade, and they find it. And even better, just push right through the smoke and catch Guardian before he can get onto the site.
Taking out Edward as well. Guardian also getting stuck on the ledge, and KNG so aggressive to take down Seized. They just... right now, they're just beating the timing that Na'Vi have. You know, Na'Vi thinking, okay, we'll push up and take a bit of a fight, then we'll fall back to the next position and, you know, we'll fight them again. And Immortals just keep running. Like, that's very hard to deal with if you're Na'Vi. You can tell that they got caught out of position. The last 3 kills of that round were just all, you know, positional kills where Na'Vi aren't expecting Immortals to be that fast. That's quite impressive. And it will spawn an 8th round here for the Brazilian side. This could be a very interesting game now. So this is going to be the 6th round that they win in a row here, Immortals, and that's all good. But you have to realize a lot of that's also off the back of the fact that Na'Vi just don't have any economy. Yeah. So there is that little element to it as well, and it's worth thinking about when we get into the second half. See how good Immortals can retain the economy. That seems to be a reoccurring topic in this group stage here for the Major. Just how do you keep the CT economy alive? People don't seem to do that or can't do it.
Yeah, we're seeing teams go for the forces and then not have the nades when it comes to the full buy. So that's what you have to start wondering, is it time to start shifting out of that strategy? Just going for hard ecos and trying to have as much money as possible for the nades that will make the difference on the CT side. We've seen Na'Vi go for buys like this one, but also where they just had M4s and like no nades. And you're there, why aren't you going at least for a UMP so you can have a few more nades to work with, right on 2 guys, for example. The nades are so key on CT side to smoke off these choke points and to buy time. But no AWP in play for Na'Vi, and so Guardian playing passive mid. He looks like he's going to try and get in position to back up Simple. So I do like to see that. And Edward is still kind of caught in connector, actually. So this could get a little nasty here.
They have got him cornered, but they've got to worry about the fact that he has the Mag 7. Sometimes you don't want to put players like that too close. Bolts with KNG getting a kill. KNG picking up the second as well, taking down Flamey. And Edward coming in, almost got the timing right, but Luca's a bit too quick. Going to pick up Simple as well here in the last kill. In the 15th round, it's going to go to Henny, making it 9-6 in favor of Immortals. What a great comeback. Being down 5-0, you know, losing 5 rounds in a row and probably feeling a bit miserable. And then after that, now we only played up 1 single round. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was the Immortals show. But you have to, the man on your screen right there in the middle, Bolts, right? We did kind of switch immediately to Na'Vi as I said that, but it doesn't matter. You saw him, Bolts. I think you can put a lot of it on him. A, he's got the calls, and B, he kept winning duels on short and B, and that, you could tell, just kept throwing Na'Vi out of whack. Made his life easier, and made Immortals' life easier when it came to actually executing onto a site. If you keep doing it with a man or 2-man advantage, it's so hard for Na'Vi to have the individual plays to counteract that. Guardian came close. And that's probably another big round where the 1v1 clutch versus Henny, had Guardian won that round, we might be looking at a different scoreline here for Na'Vi. But between Bolts and Henny, Immortals are just looking fantastic right now.
Battle and Sewer, KNG with a couple of hits, Henny as well, and moving in, KNG almost gets the next, but Simple with the triple return. Oh my god. Absolute apocalypse in the sewer here, and now it's Bolts and Guardian in a 1 versus 1 with 1 minute and 25 seconds left. That's so much time. Guardian can pick up the bomb and run anywhere that he wants to, and Bolts, I think, has a bit of maybe a harder task on his hands. He has to guess when Guardian is going. This is all down to some element of random timing as well. He's out of the audio range of Bolts, so Bolts won't know that he's run all the way up here. Probably when he walks on the bomb side, he's going to start to think, it's a bit strange that no one is here. I don't know how this is going to play out, but what an explosive beginning to the second half.
Yep, there we go. Audio cue. Bomb has been planted and Bolt's now rotating up.
Molotov on Guardian.
Yeah, he knows. How does he use it?
Well, Bolts has a smoke, but no kit. This is sort of a rock, paper, scissors kind of situation where it's very hard to know exactly how it's going to work out. There's the smoke cancelling out anything. Guardian hoping for the click, missing every single shot. Oh my god! 5 seconds left. He's going to get another goal. Finally, he's hitting them, and he's going to be able to take him down through the smoke. If he had had a kit, that would have been a 1 round. So I guess, what does that mean? USP beats no kit in the rock, paper, scissors, Counter-Strike.
Where's the kit?
Madness, absolute madness.
The head shake from Guardian at the end, where he's like, okay, actually worked out that he didn't have a kit picked up. And we're seeing it here, and it's ticking down. Yep, it would have been 1 if he had a kit. That was it.
Yeah, it
Large
definitely
margin.
would have. No issue at all, in fact, with the... Seized, I think, was getting a bit nervous as well. Just the release of energy there. You're just seeing your teammate just disappearing shots into the smoke and nothing is happening. Oh my god.
Well, now, do Na'Vi manage to extend this at all? Do we get a real game on our hands here? Or do Immortals win the Force? Because they've gone for the Force buy. Again, not prioritizing nades in the fourth round buy. Just trying to put it all here and see if they can get something out of it. And he did get something out of it. He got a few bullets. That's no fun.
I would be very careful about challenging this scout on long. It might not be worth it. I mean, there's no real reason. At least throw some grenades if you're really going to fight him, but just peeking him like this, what if he hits a headshot or just 2 or 3 body shots? Like, it isn't worth it.
Yeah. It's the body shots that are killer. So yeah, obviously if he gets frags, but I mean, if he keeps tagging up your guys and dropping them down to 30 HP, that's no fun. That's where you start getting in risk with the 5.7s and the CZs. It makes life so much easier for Immortals.
Yeah.
So they're changing it up. They want to get close quarters on this. Wrap through restrooms and see if they can just blow up onto the site.
Okay, and she's gonna walk right into it. That's an easy kill. And that probably will spark the push on towards the A-bomb site. Henny goes down, simple. Even if he was low on health, still able to pick up the kill, no problem. Grenade gonna be traded against Bolts, who gives one back. Still looking quite comfortable here for Na'Vi. They will lose Flamey. Lucas having a fight with Edward over at the bank. Well, Lucas is on 4 health, so...
By the way, bomb needs to get planted at some point, Anders. Okay, never mind.
You say that, but...
It's like 12 seconds left, and they're still fighting.
That's a slight risk. Like, if you lose both those fights, then suddenly it's, you know, 2 versus 1, and the bomb isn't planted with 12 seconds, so yeah, you're right. Don't want any of that. Na'Vi on the comeback trail here. 9-8. Anything can happen at this point. I mean, again, we've been sort of hammering this point home a lot, but really a lot of it comes down to, can Immortals keep their economy afloat in the second half? So far, in this group stage of the major, it seemed like on all maps, some worse than others, but pretty much on all maps, the CT side is struggling to do that. So, we'll see how it plays out.
Oh, well, that's awkward.
Yes.
Sorry about that, Steel. Flamey, long range with the MAC-10. And, well, it's a free bomb site. They're going to get the plant. No problem at all. Nobody actually covering for C's. That's a little bit risky for him. Obviously, if somebody is on upper, he's a dead man, but whatever. Luck favors him this time around, and Guardian, yes, going to be able to spot out Henny. KNG has taken Flamey in the meantime, though, and so Guardian will find the shot. And I like that. Simple. You don't need to go and hunt the kill with the AK. Let the guy with the MAC-10 find the shot. Let him get the kill. Let him make the money. It's the whole point of him investing in an SMG.
Just running all over the place. Looking for the last members of Immortals, if they could find them anywhere. They're making a lot of noise, and you can see Immortals trying to sort of dodge it a bit as much as they can. They do pick up another kill, and one more at that. If they could just get the AK, he actually has picked it up. KNG, he's around the corner. Simple wants to fight him. Going very low, but at least steals the AK back. That's good news.
Yeah, expensive round though for Na'Vi. In the end, I mean, Guardian finding 2 kills, or finding a kill at least with the Max and Flamey as well. Spending a whole lot more than they wanted to though here. And so, does Guardian hold on to the AK? Yeah, he does. Interesting. No AWP in play here for Na'Vi going into this round, where of course Henny actually managed to just squeak by and pick one up. Maybe that's KNG sacrificing himself for him. We're seeing a shift here in Immortals as well. KNG was the one who seems like the primary operator just at the major qualifier not too long ago, and now it's Henny who's actually getting the AWP priority.
God, Edward is quick. Flashbang is in. He's going to pick up one. Goes for the refrag. And Flamey there to pick off Steel. Henny goes down to Simple now. KNG all alone on the bomb site. And Flamey, a great secondary entry there. He got the first one on the ramp as well. Leaving Bolts in a 1 versus 3. Sees where that smoke is coming from, but now the bomb is being planted and he goes down. Flamey with a triple. That's such an aggressive push. So the Molotov is up. They obviously throw that from the other side of the railway.
Yeah.
And then once they get to the L-bend, the Molotov is just disappearing. The people outside of the bomb site are still throwing flashbangs in so that they can get that over. That's so well coordinated by Na'Vi. That was a beautiful round. You could, and even worse for Immortals. There was a guy jumping for the peak. He was just out of sync with the fact that Edward was running in. So he was out of the, he was behind the wall when Edward was running in, and then they just didn't know what was happening. Couldn't be better.
We're seeing the short smoke go down again here. Curious to see if we're going to see a repeat. Not quite as quick. It's like Na'Vi are not interested in running into a trap. They know that there's going to be pistols here for Immortals. And so 10-9, Na'Vi in the lead now. On T side, they saved the AWP from the last round as well. Very nicely donated by Henny. Guardian gives thanks. And well, no reason to rush things, it looks like, here for Na'Vi. Instead, move together. Flash setup. Going to be clearing out short. Simple's now got connector. And sure enough, it's looking like Na'Vi are just slowly working their way here towards the B site. I don't think Simple spotted the man in connector there.
No.
Bolts could have a chance here to ruin things.
It's very annoying for Bolts that Simple closed the door, though, because otherwise he could have like a little cheeky angle, but now he has to actually open the door himself. Lucas gets one steal with the next. Is it going to spiral out of control here? Immortals with the first 2 kills of the round. They need to bring this back right away, Na'Vi. Bolts now sniping away in connector, trying to see if he can find the face of Simple. Instead, Simple will get the refire. Sign of life here for Na'Vi. Now it's a 3 versus 4 still. With only 40 seconds, the bomb trying to make its way back. Spray through, looked like that could have been deadly.
Oh boy, that's deadly. That's the bomb. 30 seconds left and C's has to run over here now. Doesn't know if Henny's holding close. The Molotov to buy even more time.
That actually kills the round.
That's so perfect.
They actually cannot, I don't think they can get, by the time this is going to run up, I think this is going to be just a bit too long to actually run to the bomb site.
You gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go. And basically you need Simple to clear the way. Simple has to run straight out onto the B side, find the shot on Lucas, and now, well, life gets difficult because Lucas can stop C's from running in. There is no time to waste. C's just has to run in and plant, and it's just not going to work. He's going to get denied, and you see him like just doing the rotation with the mouse.
Unbelievable. He just makes it. He was at 6 seconds when he started to plant that bomb, so 2 more seconds and it would have been too late regardless.
That Molotov was so sick.
Yeah, that's I was trying to do the math in my head about like just like, because it buys quite a bit of time, right? And he can't really do anything about it, so that's remarkable. If you had a smoke or something, you could have caught another 5 seconds off of that, but that's so hard to deal with. What a way to lose a round. Immortal striking back, getting the first couple of kills, and then the bomb being dropped. Edward down the ladder. Ties up the scoreline at 10-10. Double up on Immortals and the 1 on Guardian there. Let's see what happens here. This is now, we said it might be an explosive game. I think we're getting our money's worth right now.
Yeah. To use a quote from Hank, now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Should use more Hank quotes. I like that.
Don't think we can say many of them on stream, Anders, but we'll keep it in mind.
It's true. Very true, actually.
But just that's kind of what you need at this point if you're Immortals, though. You need a little bit of a lucky draw, winning an eco round like that, managing to just, because otherwise you're looking at 11-9. You're not in double digits. But now Immortals, they get kind of a new lease on life because they saved so many guns from that last round. Look at that, 3 AKs, AWP. You've got 3 guys who actually have halfway decent money on it, or 4 guys rather, who have halfway decent money on Immortals now. And so if they lose this round, it's not the end of the world. They could even go for a 4 spy and get right back into it.
Oh, damn, what a shot from Henny, but he doesn't realize there is an army coming for him. He's smoked up on one side, grenades are rushing in, he's going to get one more kill. Close range, gets a headshot on Edward, and finally they take down Henny, but that's a remarkable triple kill, dropping almost all of the Na'Vi team, and he was alone. There's no cover or anything. They had him boxed in, they had so many grenades, and they couldn't take care of him.
That's not how you're supposed to do that. That's not how that's supposed to happen. It should be just the bombardment with the nades, making use of the advantage, and then...
Well, there's one issue that's going to be at the back of Navi's mind in that situation. That's the fact that if they want to throw Molotovs in, they have to peek a fairly wide angle, and if he's scoping there, then they have a grenade in hand as they go down. Bolts gets a kill on Simple, a flamey spray on 1, picks up the AWP. With 6 seconds, he's going to be going down. That'll be Immortals winning another round, largely due to Henny just being a bit of a rock out there.
That's what we're talking about, right? One of the key factors to victory for Immortals is going to be Henny and his ability to come up with plays like that, point blank with the op, just taking over rounds. That's a quality that every top team needs. They need to have a couple of players who are capable of doing that. And so we got a little bit of a demonstration here from Henny. Bolts obviously going to be rallying the troops, but I think right now for Na'Vi, it's Andy, their coach, who's doing the most of the talking.
This first peek here.
Yeah.
Sees him, he's got the adjustment, but the fact that they can't do anything, they have 4 Molotovs in this position, and what they throw is what? A single flashbang, and that was it. And it's not even a great flashbang, like, it goes like way into the wall and almost lands behind Henny. Like, you know, at least take the time, make it a pop flash or something. or use some of the Molotovs, but a little bit of panic on Na'Vi cost them a lot. Now we've got Tech 9s on everybody and a lot of grenades too. This could be a fairly quick round, or at least sort of a contact play, where they just edge their way closer, and as soon as they run into any opposition, then it's go time.
Yeah. And you've got the connector control coming up here for Na'Vi. Guardian and Simple working together as a duo. Seized is going to be backing up Edward, and Flamey just making sure that they can't get aggressive over on the B side of things here for Immortals. Fairly slow stuff, actually, measured, but they are checking everywhere. And this is one thing that's been fairly frustrating for Na'Vi, is the fact that they aren't afraid to play connector Immortals, and that just puts a lot of pressure over towards B or A. So Guardian, if they want to wind up on B, which looks like that's going to be the case, they need to clear out top mid, they need to clear out connector to make sure that nobody can rotate in quickly behind them into sewers and get that flank going.
Really high flashbang coming in, already affecting anybody. And now Na'Vi is setting up for the execute. 50 seconds, so plenty of time, but now is as good a time as any. Trying to see if they can block off some of those AWPs, which is always a good idea. They are making their way in, and it looks like they could definitely get the bomb plant at least. Steele and Lucas picking up a couple of good headshots with the AK and M4. Bomb will be planted, but going to be nearly impossible for Na'Vi to hold on to it here. Simple, with 23 kills in the game. Top fragging at the moment, but with a Tech 9 against 4, it's just not enough.
They don't even get the plant, Anders. They don't even get the plant.
How do they not, though? I don't understand.
That is what you're wondering. It's like, you've got the smoke walls, you ran a very clean strategy, but Immortals played that retake. I love the fact that Immortals are prepared for a rush on B as well. Both of them holding CT side, other side of the smoke. I mean, no easy frags there for Na'Vi to get the ball rolling for themselves. But still, to not get the bomb plant, that's frustrating. Because look at the impact this has on Edward's economy, for example. No nades, he has a flash, right? Two nades on Seized, 3 on Simple, and the Molotovs, they just don't have them. And so, going to be a bit of the aim here that has to come into play for Na'Vi.
They really needed that bomb plant as well.
Yeah.
Like, you look at the sort of lack of head armor on 3 and also no grenades on those players, so that $800 bonus would have made a big difference in a round like this. Really confused about why they didn't manage to get the bomb down. It might have been a really good grenade. I think Edward got exploded, so that could be part of the reason, but still should have been able to maybe do it a bit quicker. Let's see, 2-round lead for Immortals. Now he's starting to struggle a bit, and in terms of keeping the CT economy alive, like we were talking so much about, that's a big deal, but they will get the kill on Bolts there. Guardian to pick up that one. Now something is working for Na'Vi. Opening frag and making a big rotation towards the other side. Well, look, Steele is moving his way in the monster tunnel. When that smoke disappears, what's going to happen? He's going to get flashed in right into Guardian's waiting arms, and now Lucas is in a lot of trouble.
This is finally going right for Na'Vi. 2 opening frags. Lucas still alive on the site though, and while he's shown that he can spray through the smoke before, just dancing around the bullets right now. Is he going to get the timing right? He's got his teammate very close behind him as well. And hoping to deny the bomb plant. Not going to find it. Perfectly done for Na'Vi. They're able to back off. And now it's the after plant. Point blank from KNG, though. Assassinates Guardian. And he can get the angle onto short as well. But Seized will find his teammate Lucas.
KNG trying again. Henny's there. The double orb is in play, and it's a retake as well. It's so hard to do, but KNG gets a kill. Trying again. Henny tapping the bomb a single time. KNG getting one more frag. It's now a triple for him, and Flamey's on the other side denying the bomb. Hiding in the corner. KNG picking it up for the clutch and the defuse. Absolutely ridiculous. How does that work? Retaking double orb against, what, 4 AKs? That was a 2-on-4. That is never supposed to happen.
No, Anders, because we are always saying that, right? You do not want to have double ops because you run the risk of not being able to execute the retake when you get into it, and Kane's just like, hold my beer. Let me go ahead and get 4 kills real quick, point blank with the op, no scopes galore. I love it. Well, Na'Vi definitely do not. You can tell that they are not pleased with that. That is a round where, I mean, that was a 5v3 plant situation. They have everything they need to lock down the round, and somehow they let it slip through their fingers. And so now Na'Vi, this is where it's a true test. Can they come back from this? Can they get their heads back in the game?
This is completely absurd, isn't it? When Flamey gets the kill through the smoke here, thinking, okay, just a bit of time more, but KNG's relentless. And the reaction, you see, opposites on both teams here. What a remarkable game this is. 13-10.
Incendiary out.
And now Na'Vi, I mean, they have some money and they've purchased into this round, so maybe it will be enough, but they're being stretched very thinly right now.
And again, they were prepared for this. It's ideal, identical setup for Immortals. It's a retake sort of plan. Steel and Lucas, again, holding in CT, allowing for Na'Vi to get up onto the site and get that bomb plant. Guardian taking a lot of damage in the process, though. But as soon as these smokes clear, Immortals, everybody's going to be able to rotate in, and they can start moving in.
And they've got huge grenade superiority to actually go for the retake, and that's probably part of the plan as well. We'll see if they can execute it as well as they did last time. K&G continuing where he left off in the last round, getting a kill seized, gonna get zoned out. Lucas is there with a headshot on Edward, and Henny as well. It's just picture perfect. There's nothing left to chance. Bomb is being diffused inside of the smoke. Guardian somehow gets a double. That probably shouldn't have been allowed, and they're gonna rediscover the bomb there and will be able to defuse it in time. So a bit risky, but ultimately it will be 14-10. And Immortals now just 2 rounds away.
Cutting it so close. Guardian the hero. And just to remind you all, this is a 1-1 match. Both of these teams 1 win, 1 loss. And so it's not like their tournament life is on the line, but you definitely want to be with the advantage of being up 1 game right now. And look at just how hard you have to fight to get here. But yeah, we're getting the replay. No, we don't actually get the replay. Sorry. I like that, you know, I'm watching live and you're watching on the stream, so we do kind of get the replay whenever we want it over here.
Yeah, I've got a permanent 30-second delay. It's kind of cool.
That's sick.
It helps if you miss anything that's important, I feel like.
Yeah, it's kind of painful to rewatch Guardian though there, you know, because he gets both kills. And then Henny didn't even have a kit either, so imagine it's like, if Bolts doesn't find that bomb, there's nothing Henny can do.
Yeah. No, there was a minuscule chance that something could have got messed up there. The Immortals are playing just an incredibly high level of Counter-Strike. They're doing more or less everything right, and their economy is so good for it. They've won 5 rounds in a row here. 3 of them have been defusers. Guardian will get K&G over at long. So now, again, Na'Vi with the opening frag. You think this is it. Now they've got a real chance of doing it. Henny with the refrag, though, taking down Simple.
And look at that, they just halt.
Yeah,
it
slow him down.
Grinds everything to a halt here for Na'Vi. All of a sudden, like, wait, there was a man in mid too? Okay, how do we approach this now? And it looks like the solution is to get a smoke down deep on long. 2 smokes, in fact.
Smoke.
Well, all 4 members are here gathered up for Na'Vi. The shot through, leg on the Guardian. Okay, then.
Who does that? Like, who bunny jumps through the smoke to leg? I mean, to just take that battle. That's madness.
Bolts. So sick. Bolts, he's gonna get the total flank. Now they're sandwiched in. Seas realizes though, he goes to the one spot of the map where he can maybe get out, and Flamey's there to help him out as well. Right into connector, but Steel and Lucas are both down on the B site. They can be ready for this.
I've got a really good setup for it. Steel gonna hear seized and we'll take him down. The bomb is committed on the site. There's only 11 seconds left, and Edward, yeah, you can't fight it. I mean, all they have to do is hide. If they don't show themselves, you'll never find them with 10 seconds. So time is going to run out. It will be 15 rounds for Immortals here. Great effort, and just, I mean, they're looking so confident on the Brazilian side. This is the kind of Counter-Strike you just love to watch. Like that jump for the smoke up on long, even if it's not a kill. So ridiculous.
It's just a wall of blue now. It started off with Na'Vi looking fairly good, like we were going to have a scrappy second half here. It just feels like now, as soon as they got broken on the economy side, just this has been Immortals' game. I mean, it also helps that K&G gets, you know, 4 kills in a double op retake. That's pretty solid too. Can't count on that happening every time, but still, Immortals right now, they have everything going their way. It is going to be Na'Vi with a fairly reasonable buy, actually, all things considered. 4 rifles, pretty good nade count. Only Guardian with the Tech 9, and Bolts holding close in connectors, about to get a rude awakening here. Flamey and Simple keep pushing forward.
This is it. Henny opening up, taking down Edward. It all rides on this for Na'Vi. They need to continue this and fight for overtime, but Bolts is making that very difficult and taking a kill on Flamey. Simple did go down to 4 health, and he's the top fragger on Na'Vi. They need him to come alive here. 4 versus 3 right now. Another couple of kills here, and Immortals will be able to steal the map away from Na'Vi and go 2-1 in the group. Means they're just a win away, or soon to be, from making the playoffs.
Yep, in their first major as well.
Yeah.
So imagine that. Royal Road, perhaps? They've got the confidence. Now?
Seized.
Throwing fire.
You might get slapped there, Seized. You might get slapped.
Grenade
To
out.
be honest, it wouldn't have made a big difference anyway. Guardian and Simple are now trying to fight it 2 versus 4, and Simple is practically not even on the server. He's solo on health. Steel can see the legs of anyone sneaking through. Not able to get the kill. That's a bit sloppy, perhaps. But how did they get the bomb down? It's on Simple. Surely he's going to have to give it up. If any grenades land or anything else, that would be pretty risky. Yeah, we'll swap it over to Guardian for good reason. Flashbangs are out, but this is 1 in 1,000 if they can win this round. Simple picking up the AK as well. Trying for a bit of a spray. He goes down, and Guardian a fall next. And it will be 16-10 in favor of Immortals here. Remarkable game from them. Absolutely amazing, especially after that shaky beginning in the first half. They bring it right back, and they just look like a very professional team at this point in time. What, Henny had 21, 22 kills towards the end of it. KNG over 20 as well. Quite impressive.
Yeah, they came here to make a statement, Immortals, and that was that they are a contender and that they are looking to catch up with SK, who are just leading the way in South America right now, but on the world stage as well. I mean, SK, they are just looking like world eaters. Like,
yes.
They have got nothing in their way to stop them from taking this major. It's going to take a huge play from one of the teams here attempting to stop SK, but Immortals, they are definitely a threat.
Yeah, I mean, this is remarkable, and like we talked about, they should have probably qualified for the last major. They finally did it this time, and even that was obviously a huge release of energy for them. Now, yeah, they're 1 single map away from making all the way to the playoffs. That would be a story all on its own, sort of a miracle story. You listen to them. I hope we're going to get an interview with one of them. They're so much fun in interviews as well.
Yeah.
I especially love Steel as the interview subject. I think he's amazing.
Absolutely. Well, he's very verbose. He speaks
Yeah.
excellent English, and so you do really get to have that window in to what happens with Immortals. He's no longer calling the shots either, right? And so that's an interesting thing to see, the shift over from him to Bolts and the leadership.
Yeah.
And so perhaps that is what is going to happen.